Welcome to Elevate Your English.
Where confidence meets communication. You know your English. You studied it. You practiced it. You know the grammar. But the moment someone asks you a question in English, your mind goes completely blank. Your heart beats fast, and you say nothing. Or worse, you say sorry and switch back to your native language.
And then, later, when you are alone, you replay the whole moment. You think, I knew the answer. Why did I not speak?
That feeling, that silence, that is not a language problem. That is a confidence problem. And today, we are going to talk about it. Because nobody talks about this part of learning English, and it is the most important part.
Welcome to Daily English Conversation Practice. I am Hale.
And I am Maya. And today we are talking about something very real. Confidence in English. Not grammar, not vocabulary, confidence.
Maya, let me ask you something. Do you remember a moment, maybe from school, maybe from a job, where you wanted to speak in English, but you stopped yourself?
Oh, absolutely. I remember one time in a meeting. My manager asked a question. I knew the answer. I had it right here. But I looked around the room, I saw everyone waiting, and I just said, I am not sure. And I sat down.
That is so relatable. And I think many of our listeners have been in that exact situation. In a class, in a job interview, at a restaurant, with a foreign friend or colleague.
And the scary thing is, it is not because they do not know English. It is because they are afraid. Afraid of making a mistake, afraid of sounding funny, afraid of judgment.
And that fear, it grows. The more you avoid speaking, the bigger the fear becomes.
Hale, what do you think is the number one reason people lose confidence when speaking English?
I think it is comparison. People compare their spoken English to someone else's, maybe a native speaker, maybe a colleague who studied abroad, and they immediately feel small.
Yes, and social media makes it worse. You see these perfect English videos, these smooth talkers, and you think, I can never sound like that.
But here is what people forget. Those people also made mistakes. They also had bad days. They also mispronounced words in front of people. You just do not see that part.
Right. You only see the final version, not the journey.
Another big struggle: overthinking before speaking. You spend so much time building the perfect sentence in your head that the moment is already gone.
Oh, yes. You are still editing your sentence in your mind, checking the grammar, choosing the right word, and the other person has already moved on to a new topic.
And then you feel even worse because now you missed the chance entirely.
It becomes a cycle. Fear leads to silence. Silence leads to more fear. And one day you start believing, I am just not good at English. But that is not true.
So what actually helps? Because I think people have heard, just practice more too many times.
Right, that advice is useless if you are terrified to open your mouth. So one thing that really changed things for me, I stopped trying to be perfect and started trying to be understood.
That is such a good shift. Because the goal of language is communication, not performance.
Exactly. Nobody is grading you. The person you are talking to, they want to understand you. They are not sitting there waiting for you to make a grammar mistake.
And honestly, when someone speaks English with an accent or makes small mistakes, people do not think they are stupid. Most people think, oh, they speak another language too. That is impressive.
That perspective is so freeing. Another thing that helped me, I started having small conversations every day, not big presentations, just small things. Ordering coffee, asking for directions, responding to one comment in English online.
Small wins build real confidence because your brain starts collecting evidence. I spoke English and nothing bad happened. I spoke English again, still okay. And slowly the fear loses its power.
And another thing, talk to yourself. I know it sounds strange, but narrate your day in English, while you are cooking, while you are walking, while you are getting ready. Nobody is listening. There is no pressure, but your brain is practicing.
And you get comfortable with your own voice in English, which is something a lot of people actually struggle with. Hearing themselves speak English feels weird at first.
It does, but the more you do it, the more natural it starts to feel. Like putting on a new shirt. It feels strange the first time, but after a few wears, it is just yours.
Okay, we have a little challenge for you today, and this one is simple. Actually, maybe a little uncomfortable, but simple.
Today, say one thing in English out loud to yourself. Just one sentence. It can be, "Today was a good day," or "I am learning and that is enough." Say it out loud, not in your head, out loud.
And if you want to go further, record yourself saying it. You do not have to show anyone. Just listen back. Notice how you sound. Not to judge, just to get familiar.
That is your challenge. One sentence, out loud, today.
All right, let us do a quick recap of what we talked about today.
We talked about why confident speaking is different from knowing English. You can know the language and still be afraid to use it.
We talked about the fear of judgment, the trap of comparison, and the habit of overthinking before you speak.
And we shared some things that actually help, focusing on being understood, not being perfect, building confidence with small daily conversations, and practicing by talking to yourself.
Confidence is not something you wait for. It is something you build, one small conversation at a time.
Now it is time for our vocabulary section. 5 words from today's episode. Listen carefully.
Word number 1, hesitate. Hesitate means to pause before doing something because you are nervous or unsure. Example sentence. She hesitated before answering the question in class. Speaking practice question. Do you often hesitate before speaking English? Why? Word number 2, judgment. Judgment means an opinion or criticism that someone forms about you. Example sentence. He was afraid of judgment, so he stayed quiet during the meeting. Speaking practice question. Do you worry about other people's judgment when you speak English? Word number 3, comparison. Comparison means looking at two things or two people and seeing how they are different. Example sentence. Stop the comparison. Your journey is different from theirs. Speaking practice question. Have you ever compared your English to someone else's and felt bad? Word number 4, perspective. Perspective means a way of thinking about or understanding something. Example sentence. Changing her perspective helped her feel less nervous about speaking. Speaking practice question. What perspective about English learning has helped you the most? And word number 5, evidence. Evidence means facts or signs that show something is true. Example sentence. Every small conversation gave him evidence that he could speak English. Speaking practice question. What is one piece of evidence that your English is improving? Before we go, I want to say something directly to you, the person listening right now.
If you are someone who knows more English than you show the world, this episode is for you.
You are not bad at English. You are scared of speaking it. And those are two very different things. One is a skill problem. The other is a fear problem. And fear, with a little practice and a little patience, can change.
You do not need to sound like a news anchor. You do not need a perfect accent. You just need to be willing to try. And the fact that you are here, listening, learning, that already says a lot about you.
Keep going. Slowly is fine. Imperfectly is fine. Just keep going.
If this episode felt honest and helpful to you, we would love it if you subscribed to the channel. It really does help us reach more learners just like you.
And leave us a comment. Tell us about a moment when you felt nervous speaking English. We read every single one.
Thank you so much for spending this time with us. We will see you in the next episode.
Thank you so much for spending this time with us. We will see you in the next episode.
Take care, keep practicing, and remember, one sentence at a time.